Everyday talk, everyday people stepping out on faith with Rene.
It's Rene with Rene stepping out on faith. Everyday talk for everyday people. Get it in. We're taking calls right now. Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Mr. Rene?
Speaking.
I just want to say, I love your show. What's that?
We love you too. Hello?
Hey Rene, this is Jazz from calling from Highland Park.
Hey,
Just wanted to
Jazz.
say I love your show. Keep getting it in.
We love you, Jazz.
Hello, Rene? I'm loving your show, baby. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to talk to you every day, you understand me?
I love to hear that.
Hey Rene, this is Key. We love your show. We getting it in, baby. Woo woo.
All right, woo woo. God bless, Key.
Everyday talk, everyday people stepping out on faith with Rene.
All right, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Rene Stepping Out on Faith on 88.1 FM, WHPR Detroit in Highland Park. I am your host, Rene. We have some great guests right here from our own hometown, Michigan. I heard one of the ladies from the prior shows talk about being a Michigander. And you know I represent Michigan, nothing but every part of it. I love it, I love it. We're in Highland Park, and when our call-in number is 313-868-FM88. That's 313-868-3688. Check us out on the web, www.fm881whpr.com. We have a second call-in number, 313-868-0331. Now, I got that all out the way. You know, I have over here to my right, Mr. John Cook. Mr. John Cook from Really Living Corporation. It's good to have you. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me.
Great, great. Thank you for being here with Rene Stepping Out on Faith, everyday talk for everyday people. Today we're going to talk about the health bill that was passed. To my left, the gorgeous Miss Kimberly Pink Toes. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I want to get your views and opinion. Thank you for coming to Rene Stepping Out on Faith and getting it in with everyday talk for everyday people. Today we're talking about the health bill and how it was passed. It was a little confusing for me, a tad bit, because I didn't understand. Okay, I thought it was for the good of the community. You know how I feel about the village. This is our village, and whatever we need to do to take care of our village, I think it's our responsibility to do that as adults, as parents, as, you know, being women. But I've heard that there has been some complications behind it, where people were angry about it. People felt they were threatening, calling radio shows and threatening folks about things of that nature. And I don't understand what the problem is. To my understanding, the bill was passed so everyone could have health care. I think that's a plus. I think that's a good sign. I want everybody to have health care, even if it comes out partly out of my pocket, you know, to a certain extent. You got to give a little to get a little in this world. So why not give in a more, you know, positive way to get back to positiveness in return?
That's right. You also have to know that regardless, it's been coming out of your check.
Anyway.
Whether you know it or not, it's been coming out.
So it's going to finally go into good use, or maybe.
Exactly.
I think that'll be a good thing. What do you think, Mr. Cook, John?
Well, nobody's ever going to be completely satisfied with any piece of legislation, but I think there are a lot of good things in this bill for the people in the community.
I agree, and I think that's what counts. You know, the people make the world go round. That's the way I feel.
Well, first off, who are the angry parties?
I have no idea. I was at church today, and my elder, he was saying that people were throwing rocks, calling the radio stations, threatening, I guess, when people were interviewing about it. And that reminds me here in Detroit when, I think it was when Archer was mayor. And he decided, we're going to do Kmart, you know, on 7 Mile Myers in the Detroit area. And the people said, no, we don't want, that's going to bring more people. We don't want that. The neighbors, the residents. But that was the goal, to bring more people right here in our city, you know, where people can shop instead of going out on Telegraph, you know, in Redford or whatever, where it's a problem when we get the light, hit the light, you know, going out. I think we should grow. I think we should grow.
Not only that, we should keep our Detroit city dollars within
right.
the city of Detroit.
Keep it in the family. Keep it in the family, exactly. But Michigan, you know, we want to keep it. I guess we can't separate. I don't want to contradict myself. I can't separate the cities, and if I'm gonna represent the total Michigan.
Right.
But it's not me separating it. I don't think it's them.
Well, there was a lot of misinformation put out by the Republicans about what was actually in the bill. But I think once people actually find out what really is in the bill and the things that are in the bill that will benefit ordinary people, I think the vast majority of people will be very happy with it.
All right. That sounds like a plan. My phone's not ringing. I don't understand that. 313-868-3688. We're also going to have Bloodlines track play today. Hate It On?
Hate On.
Hate On. Hate On. Right. I love it. We have a Young Flame. That's Young Flame. Y-U-N. No G on that. And Stunner. I like that. Can I call you Pink Toes?
Yes, ma'am.
Pink Toes, tell us a little something about what's going on with you and how you come across Bloodline.
I started a company, Miss Pink Toes Promotions and Marketing, and I started it because I used to perform a lot in Detroit, and even though I don't perform as much as I used to, I still have an ear for talent, and I still see a lot of young people, young groups, so very talented with no way to get their stuff heard.
Right.
You know, no forums to really showcase their talents. You're doing a great thing here, you know, bringing out everybody that...
I love the village.
You know, everybody that's
village.
got some kind of talent. And so my thing was to be able to take it outside of Michigan and maybe get some things circulated, get some things, you know, pumping through the colleges and other cities and other radio stations, because for some reason it's a little hard to break into the mainstream market in Michigan, in Detroit especially.
And it shouldn't for our natives here.
Right, but sometimes if you leave away from home and you make noise, it follows you back home.
And, you know, the Michigan name carries. I was speaking to a young man in Georgia. And the Michigan name carries. They think of us as being the most popular, the most money-getting city, the most. I mean, they do. Yeah. But yet, it's once here, it's not. I don't see. Well, I'm not gonna complain.
Well, it's competitive here.
But I think we should come together and not instead of competing against each other.
Well, my thing with my company is, I think it's time for us to put the fingers in the glove and slap the nation, honey. Michigan needs to just come out booming.
Right.
Motown started here.
That's
right here in Michigan. And there's no reason why it cannot be done again. We still have the talent. We still have the know-how. We still have the expertise.
In more ways than one, not just in the entertainment world. There was a play yesterday, a musical play called Black Women Rock.
I missed that one.
Free.
At
the Charles Wright Museum.
I wanted to go.
And I thought I sent texts out to over 100 people. And also, give me a call and let me know if you went, if you showed up, how you liked it and how you enjoyed it. Pink Toes, I'm going to go over here to Mr. Cook before we go to break. And I'd like you to introduce yourself and tell us, you know, the name of your organization and why do you feel that your organization is needed or necessary here.
Okay. Excuse me. Well, as you said, my name is John Cook. I'm the founder and director of an organization called Really Living. The goal of our organization is to help those with terminal and debilitating illnesses, such as, say, for instance, dialysis patients, cancer patients, people suffering with complications from diabetes, and other illnesses. And you said, you know, why I believe that our service is, or our organization is necessary. I've seen in the community people with disabilities and the problems that they have because of their disabilities, and I'm sure we all have friends, loved ones, neighbors who we've seen that have some of these illnesses. And in most instances, insurance covers a person's treatment. Say, for instance, if you have to have a dialysis treatment or a chemotherapy treatment, insurance covers the treatment, but in a lot of instances, it doesn't cover the transportation. So you have people missing these treatments, these life-saving treatments that they need to have, or you have them spending their disability check catching cabs. I've seen so many times at different clinics cabs lined up because people don't have transportation and no one will bring them to the treatment, so they have to use the little disability money that they have to catch cabs to their treatments.